Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Yay. We made it Friday. Friday's a good day, right? Um, we just did live yesterday and we're going to do another one today. To see how you guys are doing. So, it's going to be a short one, I guess. We can talk about whatever I posted. Whatever I posted what did I post today? I posted, was it Pablo? Yeah, Pablo. Pablo's 10 toes amputated due to blues. Man, seems like a really good guy, really, a really cool dude, and unfortunately, he passed out while smoking these pills and lost a lot of toes, all of his toes. A Mexican in Korea, hello, thanks for being the first one in here. Appreciate you. But yeah, Pablo, 10 toes, man. I was like, do you lose your balance, often, regularly? He's like, yeah, it's really hard to stay balanced because, your toes give you balance. And he was walking around and they're like little sandals, kind of like Crocs. So felt real bad, but he knows where he's at. He knows how he got there and he knows what he has to do to get out of there. So felt really bad for Pablo. Man, that was a tough interview because he was describing the skin grafts and the surgeries, and they have to take skin from here and put it over here, and that must have been uh, horrendous to wake up in the hospital and you're missing um, pieces of you are gone, basically, right? So that's yeah, people don't realize how hot it gets here in Phoenix, and if it's 110 degrees, right? The environment, the atmosphere, the climate is 110 degrees. The asphalt, right? The pavement it's hotter. It's like an oven. And so if he passed out and his body is laying on that oven, it's getting cooked. And that's what happened. His toes got cooked basically, and that they had to cut them off because he said the doctor said, yeah, that there's no way we can save your toes. Um, just can't imagine. Cannot imagine that. Then who else? We had a Gabriel from Tucson. So the second time I see him, right? The first time I saw him was 2 months ago, and it was really cool to see him again. I almost didn't recognize him. He looks a little different. The first time he had a lot of hair, and but this time he's like a little haircut. So, but he's still out there, poor guy. Area 5150. I've seen people walking barefoot in that kind of heat. I don't know how they do it. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine somebody walking barefoot when it's 100 again, if it's 110 degrees, right, our climate, our atmosphere, for on the ground, it's hotter than that. That's why you shouldn't be walking your dogs, right, when it's hot, because the pavement, the asphalt, right, asphalt is black. So he says his body was laying on asphalt. I don't know how that happens, but he he said he was there for about 3 hours, and that's basically that heat was cooking his body, basically. So, really, really sad, and, yeah, so as a matter of fact, today, I don't know how hot it was today. It wasn't that bad, it was kinda nice, actually. The weather was really nice in Phoenix today, okay? So, um, it was 78 degrees today, it was really nice. I saw a lady, she looked about 55, 60-year-old black lady, and she was walking down the street, and she had socks on, okay, no shoes. And so I said, hey, come here. She came over, and I go, are you okay? And she had mental health issues, and I said, can I go get you some shoes? Do you need shoes? And she said, F you, B. She just turned around and walked away. So a lot of mental health issues out there, a lots. I would that it's just it's a bigger problem out there than we think, right? And so here I am trying to get her some shoes, and she says, "F you." That's I didn't expect that at all. So, but it just goes to show you try to help people, and it's not that I don't think she meant it. I just think her mental health, um, has her out there living that way. Unfortunately, sad. Irma Cervantes, how is the baby Isabella? Baby Isabella, I haven't heard from Jessica, have not heard from Marissa, have not heard from Michelle. As a matter of fact, Michelle, the mom of Jessica, she texted me today. She goes, "Hello, Art. This is Michelle, Jessica's mom." I said hello. She never replied back. Haven't heard from Jessica. Hadn't heard from. I don't know how the baby is. Prayers for else. Hopefully, everybody's doing good. I do have the Pampers that you guys sent and the clothing for the baby that you guys have sent. I'm just waiting to hear word from somebody so I can go drop it off. Okay, so we're doing our part, right? Danielle Williams, haven't missed much. Haven't missed much. Thank you for joining. Um, Mexican Korea, but they always say that drugs makes you numb, so they don't feel it that much, and that's the problem. He didn't feel his body cooking because he was numb, and that's why you should always be in your sixth senses, right? Because that numbness caused him to lose his toes, right? If he wouldn't have been just high on those pills, he would have possibly saved his toes. It's as simple as that, right? While you're in the process of numbing the pain, whatever trauma you're going through, and then living through addiction and trying to cope with whatever's happening, you're losing pieces of you, So I don't think it was worth it. Malika MS, hello, brother, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Thank you, Malika, for showing up. Appreciate you. Breezy, Breezy, hello. Happy Friday to you too. Appreciate you. Jenny Rose, hello. It was 89 degrees in Bon Jovi's, John Bon Jovi's New Jersey, according to Breezy. Jenny Rose says it's 90 in New York. I always find it kind of odd when they ghost you. Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of the deal, right? So maybe they want privacy now. Maybe they're doing better and don't need assistance or help, and that's fine. So it's part of the deal. How many did he say he lost? He said he lost all 10 toes. So I was surprised as to how he kept his balance, but he was walking with a limp, and it's just really sad. I can't imagine that. Can you imagine losing all of your toes? You have no toes, man. Dogs, hello, how are you? Dirt Star Master, I feel so bad for Angel. I wonder why and who would do that to her. The streets are, yeah, evil, absolutely. Yeah, uh, she was arrested on was it the 12th, and her birthday was the 11th, right? No, I think her birthday was the 11th, and she was arrested on the 11th. I didn't find out till 12th. I'm not sure, something like that. But it's unfortunate that, what is she, 19, 20? She's very young, and she's very petite. She's like 4 foot nothing, little tiny thing out there, experiencing violence, is experiencing the streets, the hard life, addiction. It's just, it's 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 very difficult, right? It's difficult. It's very, very difficult to see these young people out there, just not giving themselves an opportunity to live the life that they deserve. Sucks. Benjamin Yao, happy Saturday from a sunny Hong Kong. Benjamin, thank you for logging in all the way across the world in Hong Kong. I appreciate you. Have a great Saturday over there. Malika, thank you. Stay blessed yourself. Jamie Chavez, hello. Irene Herrera says hello, everyone from 59th Avenue, Camelback. 59th Avenue, Camelback. That's Church's Chicken, right? Circle K, Church's Chicken. It's a horrible area. That corner is really bad. Jamie Chavez likes honey buns, I think, right? Yolene Wages, hello. Danielle Beely, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good. I hope everything is going well. Everything is going really well. It's Friday. I'm gonna eat dinner. My dinner is gonna be sushi. I'm waiting for it to arrive. I just decided to log on and see how many awesome Lost in Phoenix people are gonna log in because it's Friday. You guys all got paid. You guys are all celebrating, and but there's 66 of us in here, right? So that's pretty cool. Daniel from Texas, hello. How are you? Dog says, I'm very tired from working so much and my job is labor, so it's tough not being well and ready to get my surgery over with next month on May 18th. Dogs, hopefully your surgery goes well. Keep your head up and keep working hard. Robert C, I think they should switch over to weed and not do blues. Irene, I heard it's the stop for drugs. Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad, bad corner. I wouldn't walk my dog in that corner. Malika made lasagna. I love your lasagna. Lasagna is really good. I love eating lasagna with like garlic bread. Daniel Ocampo, Bakersfield, California is in the house. Awesome, Daniel. Thank you for logging in. Appreciate you. Derek Coleman, hello. Just me. He skipped me. I don't really skip people. It's just sometimes I can't see everybody's comments, but just me. Thank you for logging on. I appreciate you. Sacred Assault, hello. Thank you. Itsy Bitsy Spider says, I just finished a 29-hour shift. I'm toast. 29-hour shift. There's 24 hours in the day, so that means you worked an additional 5 hours the next day. Dang, you need to go to sleep for a few days. Dolores Cano Martinez just got back from church. Happy to make it to the live. Dolores, thank you for checking in on this lovely Friday. And I bet you that's really cool that you went to church on Friday, right? That's awesome. Lasagna with burnt edges. What's the like? What's like the clean, safe side of Phoenix? Uh, Gosh, that's a great question. I don't know. I wouldn't. Uh, I'm not sure if that exists. I mean, there's nicer areas, but you'd have to go to like Scottsdale, Gilbert. There's real nice places, gated communities, obviously, right? So, no, it's kind of dwindling here in Phoenix, unfortunately, the safe places. Uh, Rainy days, hello, Keith March. Thank you for joining. You have had some very sad people on here this week. Yeah, I have some more sad stories coming up. Do you guys remember Monique from? I interviewed Monique today. Monique is the gal from 8 months ago. If you look for Monique on my channel, she was 20 years old. Monique from Cottonwood, Arizona. I saw her today for the first time after that interview, and she has an update for us. So she says she's been homeless since she was 13. Right, that's the title. Or the title is, yeah, Monique is 20. She's been homeless since she was 13. Um, so yeah, I talked to her today. I had first talked to her August 4th of 2022. August. Well, yeah, so about 8 months ago. So you guys will see it tomorrow. Tammy W says, I just watched your videos with Jessica. So sad. Yeah, very sad. The baby was born about what, 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen the baby. I haven't heard from Jessica or Marissa in a while, a long time. So hopefully everything is going well for everybody, including the baby, right? So um, prayers for everybody involved. Malika says, I made lasagna and garlic bread, salad always on the side. Man, sounds good. Sounds good to a hungry person like me. Robert C, doesn't it get hot in Phoenix in the summer? I hope they get off the street. It gets very hot in the summer in Phoenix. Yeah, it's going to get very hot. In the next 30 days, it'll be 100 and some degrees, unbearable. Just sad. Charlie Brown, thank you for making it to the live chat. I appreciate you. Yulene, yes, hit the like button. That'd be awesome. Thumbs up. 93 people here on a Friday. 89 people here on a Friday. That's awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Devotion Orange. Hi Art, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Devotion Orange. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. Irene Herrera's eating mole and rice. I'm very picky about mole. I don't like the sweet mole. Um, there's like different colors, right? Like light brown, dark brown. Um, so I'm very picky about that. Kenzie Lynn Fisher. Why, hello there. Thank you very much for stepping in. I appreciate you, Kenzie. You're awesome. Elsa Marie Betanzos, just a question. Have you tried reaching out to them? I did. No reply. So I don't keep bothering people, right? So I've reached out. I did my part. So yeah, we're good. Danielle Williams says, I'm seeing some new names tonight. Yeah, a lot of new people, right? I think the channel is growing, so that's good, and the stories are getting out there. So a lot of new people, and I appreciate you guys when you guys are new and come on the live sessions. That's awesome. Dolphin fan, hello, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Mexican Korea, yes, I have. How can we order a hat? I really don't have any hats right now. I'll get some later in the next 30 to probably 30 days, another month. I'll have some, and I'll let you guys know that I have some. Just and if anybody wants to get one, right? So I'll I'll give it to you guys basically at the cost of what it was, right? And then you guys pay for the shipping. I'll send it out to you guys. That'd be awesome. Red or green mole? I pick red. I've never seen green ever in my life. Red, I've never seen red. It's always been like light brown or dark brown, like real dark brown. That's it. I've never seen red. I've seen red or green enchiladas. So you guys already know I'm red enchiladas. Robert Tovar, thank God it's Friday. Absolutely, we made it. Yay. Joseph Garcia, hey Art, happy Friday, brother. Just woke up from a nap after a long, busy day at work. I just got through watching Pablo's interview. Um, that guy's sure been through it, man. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for logging in, Joseph. Appreciate you. Happy Friday to you. And yeah, Pablo, damn, that's a tough story. Just losing 10 of your toes, losing pieces of you because of an addiction, a drug. I don't know. And he's young. He's not even 30 years old yet, man. Dan Bremer, prayers, absolutely. Diane Perry, here, Dan. Um, Diane Perry is related to Nick. I have not seen Nick, but just today I found out where he lives, right? I saw his little cardboard box, little uh, little house. So he wasn't there, but they showed me where he lives. So I have an idea where he's at. Okay, he just wasn't there today. I've been looking for Nick for the past 3 days. Diane Perry was a relative and sent a backpack for him. And we need to gauge his interest on going home because guess what? It's really hot, right? He said he wanted to go home when it was hot because he can't handle the heat. So we'll see what he says. I'll keep you updated, okay, Diane? So hopefully soon I find him. Keith March, your channel and 602 group does so much good for people. I've watched others, but there are not that but there are none that do as much as this channel basically. Yeah, a lot of great hearted people. Absolutely. So that's the type of community, right? The type of group, type of um, a family that I'm trying to create, right? We're going to support each other. We're not always going to agree on everything. We're not going to like everything we say, right? But here you're not going to hear a lot of cussing, a lot of, being derogatory or defamatory or just a mean spirited person, making fun of folks. We try to police that as best as possible and just, to have decent humble people that are be supportive, right? To our brothers and sisters that are out there in the streets that I interviewed that need help, right? They need to be lifted up, not pushed down. So thank you, Keith, for noticing the difference, right? So I started doing this 2.5 years ago, and there's like 5 channels that I've heard of, right? 5 different channels doing it. So not everybody does it with the same intention, right? So that's on them. Um, so as long as I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it for, that tickles my heart. Just go look up Amber's videos, right? So that's inspiring. I draw inspiration from that, and I hope she's doing well, Amber, and she continues down her path. Today she was having a rough day. I think today she texted me telling me it was a rough day, but I told her to keep her head up and keep fighting. Don't stop, right? It's going to be a lifelong um, journey, right? Sobriety is not a destination. It's a journey that doesn't end. You never stop going, right? With sobriety. So I love that people communicate with me, right? When I hand out my card, my personal cell phone, right? Like people literally text me and call me and talk to me, and that's cool. That's really cool. I doubt that other channels do that, right? How many YouTubers give out their personal cell phones, right? Go ask Mr. Beast if anybody has his personal cell phone, right? Go ask Joe Rogan if his followers have his personal cell phone, right? So a lot of you guys here have my personal cell phone or emails, right? So especially my my super fans, Ruby, um, Jeff has my cell phone. A lot of folks have my cell phone, right? So especially if you're a super fan, so that's awesome. So I appreciate this community tremendously. That's how we help people. We try to, anyways. We try. So today I was trying to help this lady. She was about 55, 60 years old. Um, I already said this at the beginning, but I'll say it again for you people that are stepping in late. Um, she was walking barefoot. It wasn't really hot today. It wasn't hot, but she was walking not barefoot. She had socks on, right? No shoes, just socks, walking down the street, sidewalk. And I said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" She came over. She's obviously she has mental health issues, but what she was doing and saying, and I said, "You don't have any shoes. Can I buy you some shoes?" And she said, "F you, B." I was like, I was like, what? What did I say? What did I do? Right? But like, you can't rationalize with somebody that's going through some mental health issues, right? You can't really have a conversation, right? Look at um, Gabriel. Gabriel, I couldn't have a conversation with him because he just went into Miggy mode and just kept talking and talking. Legend has it that Gabriel is still talking over there, right, with his eyes closed. So stuff like that breaks my heart because these are humans, right? No help, no support, no guidance, no nothing, right? They're over there trying to navigate life on their own, trying to find sustenance, water, food, somebody to talk to. So, like when I'm talking to Gabriel, I just let him talk because who else listens to him? Who else asks him how he's doing, how he's been, right? Nobody, right? So I don't really interrupt him. Miggs, when he talks, I don't really interrupt him because nobody else listens to him. So, anyways, that's just me. Jasmine Gonzalez, thank you for logging in. There's Jeff right there. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you for logging in. Jeff, hopefully your wife is doing better, feeling better. Hopefully, you get good news from the doctor soon. Prayers for Melissa. Okay, Jeff. I missed I missed some of your guys' comments. I'm kind of going up again. Dog says I'm getting tacos tomorrow because we're always talking about food. Lynn Hill, happy Friday from Pasadena, the city of roses. Thank you for logging in, Lynn. Appreciate you. Gone fishing. Thank you. I appreciate you. Happy Friday, Gypsy. Thanks for logging in. Cynthia Dyer, hello from Texas, showing some love. Thank you for logging in, Cynthia, all the way from Texas. Appreciate you. Dirt Star Master. Nick was just like me when I was 19 to 20, stubborn as hell. Yeah, I was stubborn in my teenage years too, very stubborn and dumb. You're young and you're dumb and you learn, right? I just hope that the people I interviewed, the young people I interviewed, they have a chance to make up their mistakes, right? I know I have, right? The mistakes I've made when I was young, I could redeem myself, right? I'll get a second chance, a third chance. But when you're messing with the most dangerous drug in the world, sometimes you don't get another chance, right? I know Gabby's not going to get another chance. I know Blake is not going to get another chance. I know. So Gabby was what 22. Blake was what 21. 20-year-old Cruz, 18-year-old Manuel, 23-year-old Diana. None of these folks are going to get second chances. They're very young, stubborn, right? And addiction just took them. So sad. Oyuki, hello from Virginia. Appreciate you catching up. Oyuki de la Luz. Oyuki of the Light. Cool name. I love it. Cynthia Dyer says, I love Carla and Migs. Who you think is going to win the NBA game, Phoenix or LA Clippers? I don't really either. I don't really, there's a lot of sports I don't really watch. They get too political and they get on my nerves, right? When I watch NBA, I don't watch NBA, but if I was to watch an NBA game, I would watch basketball. I don't care about your political affiliation, who you support, what cause you support, right? Football. So I haven't watched football in 6 years because they get too political. I don't care about your politics, NFL. I want to see football, right? Same thing with drinking a beer, right? I don't care about your politics, man. Just give me a low price on your beer and it tastes good. Those are the two things I think about for beer, right? I don't care who you support. I don't care what cause you support. Just everything. Why does everything have to be so political? It's weird. It's the oddest thing. I think it seems like America's the only one that does that. It's so odd. Alyssa, like 47, Bakersfield, California, like 47. What does that mean, Alyssa? Alyssa, you're 47 years old today. Happy birthday. Is that what we're saying? Robert C., the city should fund you to open up a rehab center. Robert C., you know what? That's funny. I was thinking about that, right? So you guys know that I have a nonprofit. Arizona granted me a nonprofit status. I just haven't applied for the 501(c). That's the tax exempt from the federal government because I'm holding off on that. But I think that would be a cool idea. I think that would be awesome. Can you imagine um, like a Lost in Phoenix home, right? So it's a big building where we can take. How there's like there's a judge in Phoenix that told the city of Phoenix they have to clean out the zone. The zone is an area in downtown Phoenix, like half a mile away from the capital, right? From the governor, half a mile away is the biggest concentration of homeless people in the entire state of Arizona. So a judge said, "Hey, you need to clean that out." And I was there today, and you know we need more of those facilities. Just that's going to specialize in helping them kind of away from the city or whatever. So I got ideas, but nobody's asking about them. March, you have all the right intentions. You're doing God's work. You put that burden on your heart for a reason. Keith, thank you very much. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Jeff Rose says, thanks for the prayers, Art, and everyone involved. I appreciate you guys. You're welcome, Jeff. Jasmine says, I don't get notified you're live. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people do. It's a YouTube thing, unfortunately. Update on Lulu. I haven't seen Lulu. Dirt Star Master, have you reached out to Katie Hobbs? I saw your interview with Carrie Lake. It was tremendous. Thank you, Dirt Star Master. So I reached out to during the governor a year before the governor's election. I reached out to all candidates, right? All candidates, Carrie Lake, Hobbs, and five other people, right? Nobody reached out to me. Nobody had the courtesy to reach out back to me, say, thank you, we're interested, or no, we're not interested. The only person I did was Carrie Lake, and so yeah, I won't be hearing from Hobbs, but that's okay. Destiny, hello, Destiny. Thank you for logging in. I appreciate you, Destiny. I always forget where Destiny's at. I think she says she's in Texas. I can't remember, but thank you for logging in. I appreciate you. Chrissy, Eleni, Navoa, I'm very curious to your ideas. They mean a lot. Your opinions mean a lot. Well, thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate you. I have my opinions like anybody else. I guess you'd have to ask me specifically what my opinions are on this or that. Uh, Lost in Phoenix home, yeah, would be awesome. I think so too, because there's a great need, right? A huge need here. Again, Phoenix is the fifth largest city in the nation, and there's thousands of people out there that need help. A lot of mental health issues. Just I did not know that mental health issues was such a big problem out here, in the streets. It just is. It's a fact, and nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. It's odd. Malika is a social worker. Awesome, Malika. It's a tough job. Thank you for being a social worker. Denise Reyes, Denise with the C, not an S. Uh, Thank you for logging in, Denise. I appreciate you. Happy Friday, Jose. Jeff, yeah, almost 100,000. Yeah, pretty close. Probably another 30 days, I imagine. Susie, hello. Thank you for logging in. I appreciate you. Polly Pocket, hello. Danielle wants to hear my ideas. Destiny, Texas, cool. Jasmine Gonzalez, I hate when people just disregard emails, messages. At least say, no, I'm not interested. I'm sure they're all getting lots of emails. So, I understand it's hard for me to get all my emails as well. But, um, we do what we can. Malika says, you're very, please open a rehabilitation center for teenagers. Yeah, that'd be really cool. There's definitely a big need for that, a big need, and either the federal government or the local, state, city, county can obviously fund that. So the need is there and the money is there, right? But yeah, nobody's pounding on my door to say, hey, we want to fund a rehabilitation home, a detox home, something, you know, um, something's needed. Araceli Sanchez, hello. Gia James, Grandma Gia's in the house praying for everybody. Thank you for joining, Gia James. Mia Lang, do you think it would be helpful if we put in mass emails with your info and showing you have a solid support system? Yeah, that's a great idea. Um, if so, let's say I have what 98,000 subscribers, right? If every single one of you was to send an email to Governor Katie Hobbs in Arizona, right? Or Joe Rogan, right? To hey, Joe Rogan, we want you to interview Lost in Phoenix Art Castro, right? To get the message out, right? Uh, or who else? Joe Rogan has a big platform. Just people like that, right? That can get the word out. That's what we really need. So if we were all to do that, then just by numbers, they would be like, man, what is going on? Who is this person, right? Who is this guy? What's happening down in Phoenix, right? So we would draw more attention to it, right? When it's just one email, they just dismiss it. But when it's a tons of emails, then they have to pay attention to it, right? So where there's smoke, there's fire. So that's a really good idea, Mia. So now we just have to get 98,000 people to email the governor and Joe Rogan and Elon Musk and all these people. So let's do something about it. Chrissy, on starting the Lost in Phoenix home, what's your ideas on it? So it's just ideas. I mean, it's doable. The need is there, and staff, right? I don't know if I would run it, right? Because I have a job. I'm good, but what does it look like? It would have to be funded. There would have to be sufficient funding for it from from the government. So yeah, it's I the need is there. The need is great, but we're really not doing anything about it. So Malika says, I learned a lot from you. Well, thank you, Malika. I learn a lot by doing these. Me personally, I learn a lot by doing these interviews, right? I get um, become more aware, more understanding, more compassionate, more everything, right? So I feel like a social worker. I'm not a trained social worker. I didn't go to school for that, but going out there on the streets almost every day for the past 2.5 years, talking to a wide range of people, right? Mental health, addiction, homelessness, alcoholism, blues, fentanyl, Percocets, G, heroin, meth. It's like you begin to feel like a social worker, like you are aware of what's going on in the street, right? So it's really interesting. Already consider myself like street smart, right? And this just adds more knowledge, I guess, to me being out there on the streets. So interesting. Like it's fun what I do. I have a lot of fun. Soft white underbelly, yeah. So I've emailed Joe Rogan, I've emailed Elon Musk, I've emailed soft white underbelly, I've emailed, because again, we're like all doing the same thing, right? Well, not Elon Musk, not Joe. I believe that Elon Musk, he really does want to help humanity, right? But he's like ahead of everybody. He wants to get us out of this earth, not now, obviously, but he's trying to prepare. He's just a very intelligent dude. I wish I had this much of his intelligence. I admire that guy a lot. Um, I think Joe Rogan is a cool dude. I don't agree with a lot of things he says, but I do agree with a lot of things he does say. Right? Soft white underbelly. I've watched a few of his videos, so I'm familiar with this story, with what he does in LA, and so it'd be cool to like to talk to those folks, right? But again, they're not going to pay attention to one email, but if we send a bunch of emails, maybe they will, right? So that'd be cool. I have not seen Caitlin. Jasmine says Elon Musk is always in my area because of Tesla and the Boring Company. I know nobody asked, but but said something about emailing him. So Jasmine, next time you see Elon Musk, just pull him over, okay? Say, hey, check out this channel, dude. Let him know that Art Castro wants to interview Elon Musk. Email Joe Rogan guys and tell Joe Rogan to interview me, right? So I would interview Elon. Okay, email Elon or send him on Twitter. He's always on Twitter, right? He's the CEO of Twitter, so he's on there all day long. On there, he's like on his phone on Twitter all the time. Uh, but yeah, he's a cool dude. JTG777. Happy Friday to you too. Have you been working on your jab in case you get attacked again? So I wasn't attacked. I was approached aggressively, but I wasn't attacked. I don't consider that being attacked. When somebody swings on you, that's an attack. When somebody approaches aggressively, that's like a pre-attack. So I was able to, tell him to stop. Don't get any further, dude, because you're gonna get, jacked up. Um, so yeah, no attacks going on. Alyssa says, "Hi, I can finally type on your channel. I just subscribed." Isn't that cool what subscribing will do? You get access to watch these lives and all that stuff. So, Alyssa, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Have not seen Nick. Been looking for Nick. I was telling Nick's aunt was here in the chat earlier, and I found out where Nick lives. So I know where he lives. He just wasn't there today. I knocked on his little cardboard, and he wasn't in there. But I know where he's at, so I'll keep looking for him. Been looking for him because his family member, his aunt, sent a backpack full of clothing for him, and I just want to check in on him because starting to get hot. So maybe he's ready to go home, right? So, Sophia G, I have two kids out there on Blues: a son, Arthur, who you interviewed before, and a daughter who is pregnant. I have three kids now. She is pregnant. Your daughter has three kids, and now she's pregnant again. Sophia G, Arthur, such a cool young man. I haven't seen him. Last time I did see him about a year ago. I said, "Hey, you want to do an interview?" He didn't want to. I could tell that he looked embarrassed, like full of shame, and he didn't want to do it anymore. And I think what they do is they promise their family that they're going to get better, they're going to get better, and an interview with me again would that they're not getting better, right? So they don't want to they don't want to announce. They don't understand is that's part of it. Part of it. Falling down is part of addiction, right? It's also part of your plan because by you falling down, you have to get back up. Maybe the next time you get back up, that's the last time you'll ever get down. So so um Sophia G, it's unfortunate that Arthur and your daughter, pregnant with her fourth child, is out there. Okay, so prayers for Arthur, prayers for your daughter and her three children that you have, and her fourth unborn child. It's like a cycle. You know, so I'm not sure what happened, what's been going on, but that's where they're at. And just prayers for your family, Sophia. Keep your head up. Lisa Murillo, hello. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Jamie, hello. Danielle Williams, I saw a TikTok video of a guy that has the purple Macho Man shirt you have. Danielle Williams, as long as you know and I know that I had it first, okay? So that's messed up, but there's enough love for Macho Man out there. Randy Savage. It's funny. Sophia G, you're welcome. Thank you for logging in. I appreciate you. That means you're subscribed, and that means that you care enough to log in on a Friday. And again, I really appreciate you. And if you ever have any updates, or if you ever would love to talk to me, Sophia, if I can do an interview with you, I would love to interview you because um, people want to hear your story as well, Sophia. Right? So you're a mom that has a son, Arthur, somebody I've interviewed, and a daughter that are out there on the streets right now battling addiction. Okay. Your daughter is pregnant with her fourth child. Her three children are in your care. So people need to hear that side of the story, right? So it's not just hearing from the people out in the street. we also have to hear from the mothers, the fathers, the brothers, the sisters. We want to hear their perspective. Sophia, we want to hear your perspective because, you know, you're not the only one, Sophia. There's lots of mothers and parents out there that are lost, confused, don't where's the support network for you guys, right? So if you ever want to talk in person, meet or do an interview, Sophia, my email is lostinphoenixyt@gmail.com. Okay, so again, keep your head up and stay blessed. I appreciate you. That's awesome that you're taking care of your three grandchildren, because if you didn't, who would? The state, CPS. We know what a disaster that is. So I admire your strength and courage. Dirt Star Master, yeah, the I have a UPS box, not a postal box, not a PO box. PO means postal office box, right? I have a UPS box, right? The United Parcel Service. They're a lot better than the United States Postal Service. Let me tell you, most things run by the government are crap. Most things, right? The United States Service hasn't made money in like 5, 6, 7 years. They haven't made money. They lose money, right? But because it's a government entity, they get bailed out. They get bailed out, so they don't have to make money. I think they do, but they don't because we, the taxpayers, fund their inefficiency and their suckiness, right? So I don't use the United States Postal Service. I use UPS or FedEx, or because those guys can't fail. If they fail to go bankrupt, then that's it because the competition. Because and the United States Postal Service feels there is no competition because Daddy, the government, us, is going to fund them all the time, even when they suck. So it makes sense in my head. Sophia says she's going to email me. Thank you, Sophia. I appreciate you. Cochran is in Deming, New Mexico. I have family in Deming, New Mexico, believe it or not. They're distant relatives that I haven't seen in a long time. Caesar the Ape, hi from Sydney, Australia. Saturday afternoon over there. Thank you, Caesar the Ape. Appreciate you logging in all the way across the world in Australia. Beautiful Australia. Beautiful country. Beautiful people over there. You guys are awesome. Just Me says hello, Art, and everyone just got off work, setting in for the night. Awesome. Thank you for logging in. Appreciate you. Anyways, gang, I'm gonna go eat. My sushi is here. I'm gonna tear it up. Sushi. I think I got like 3 or 4 little rolls of sushi and some miso soup and uh, a Modelo beer, right? So probably two, maybe three, but probably more, definitely more than one, probably two. I don't think I'll make it to three because Modelos are a little bit tougher. But sushi is good. Sushi, I love sushi. So you guys have a good night. I'm probably gonna talk to you guys tomorrow. The reason I'm doing so many lives is because next week I'm gonna be in Wisconsin working, so I probably won't be able to do lives next week. So I'm gonna talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so we'll see what time I talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go bowling. I'm gonna go bowling tomorrow. So yeah, it's a busy day tomorrow, but we got some cool videos coming up. Monique, if you guys remember Monique from 8 months ago, 20-year-old Monique. I found her today and I interviewed her. Really good interview. So good update. So you guys have a good night. I appreciate you. You guys have a safe night on a Friday. Don't party too much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for 54 minutes. 113 of you guys. I appreciate you. You guys have a good night. Stay blessed, and we'll talk soon. Bye.